Welcome into the 12 News Digital Desk. I'm Karen Nixon, here to bring you all things Chiefs. Now, tomorrow is the big day, but today we're doing a little bit of pregame coverage, talking about how much this could mean for the Chiefs if they go on to the Super Bowl, and what to do if you're still looking for tickets for tomorrow's game. So, the Chiefs and their fans are hoping to make history. If Kansas City beats Buffalo and goes on to win the Super Bowl, the Chiefs will be the first team in NFL history to win 3 league championships in a row. Earlier this week, 12 News sports director TJ Cleveland caught up with CBS Sports lead NFL reporter Tracy Wolfson about why winning 3 Super Bowls in a row has never been done before. We'll take a listen right now on what she said.
All right, here's CBS Sports lead reporter Tracy Wolfson. Tracy, you've covered a Chiefs game a time or two throughout this season. Just what's so special about this team to have them at this point?
Oh, yeah. I mean, anytime you get Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, this Chiefs team, especially in the playoffs, I mean, it's extra special. They are the best of the best. They're the team to beat. They're going for the three-peat. They're facing their rival in Josh Allen and the Bills. I mean, you can't really ask for a better matchup. We've seen this story before. I just wonder how it will end this time around.
Absolutely. Here locally, we think about that other Bills playoff game as the 13-second game and everything that happened. Probably one of the best games that we've seen in the last decade. And when you look at the way that these two teams are playing, you have to anticipate probably not that, but something of that magnitude.
Yeah, no doubt. Both teams coming in really playing tremendous football right now. And it's interesting because when you looked at both of these teams in the beginning of the year, you didn't know what you were going to get out of them. A lot of doubters out there, and here they are, the last two standing. And I think that you can expect a game like that. Certainly, Josh is going to bring his A game. Patrick's going to bring his A game. Both of them have not been turning over the ball over, and we know that that makes a difference in games like this. I expect this one, no doubt, to go down to the wire once again.
You brought it up there. The Kansas City Chiefs season, it's been a bit of a weird one. You think about those early weeks, they were undefeated, but nobody really knew how they were undefeated, the way that they were winning. It feels like ages ago now because this feels like one of the most high-powered Chiefs teams that we've seen throughout this three-peat.
Yeah, it does, but you're right. I mean, no one really knew what to expect. The pieces were there, then they bring in more pieces, they lose other pieces, they get guys healthy, the guys are injured again. You just don't know what you're going to get, but they are playing at their best right now. They've got everyone together. I think the rest really helped them. I know that a lot of people said there was some rust maybe last week. You saw it, and that's only natural, but I think those 24 days off, it gives them a chance to rest, to regroup, to get healthy, and really get back on the same page and game plan. I think they had an idea this is probably the team they were going to see. And so I think it gave them a chance to really see how can they game plan for this one coming in. And we know anytime you play an Arrowhead, it's going to be, an added challenge there. I think we're going to get a tremendous atmosphere and another incredible game.
Yeah, you think about the Buffalo-Baltimore game we just saw last week. We kind of saw Buffalo sit back and just do enough to win the game, and that's kind of what the Chiefs have made their bread and butter on with the Spags defense and everything like that. It really feels like there's going to be some heads colliding. Is there going to be anybody shifting? Is there going to be any adaptation from any of these teams, you think?
You know what I love, though, about this Chiefs team, and you brought it up a little earlier, is the fact that, one, they're winning with defense, and they win also with running the football. And if you take maybe the teams in the years past, especially with the Tyreek Hill days, that's not Andy Reid, right? That's not what he loves to throw it all over the field and come up with, different plays and trick plays. And you can do that, of course, with Mahomes. But Mahomes has grown and matured also saying, you know what? It's okay to just take care of the football, let my guys do it, let my defense win. He said it a lot this week. It's okay to just, let them win this game and us just do enough, not turn the football over and be able to use the run game as well. So I do believe they've got the pieces. I think we've seen a really well-rounded Chiefs team right now coming into this game.
Yeah, we talked about earlier in this season all the injuries and everything like that. I can't remember, at least in recent history, a team being their healthiest in the divisional round of the playoffs. How big of a deal is that for the Chiefs? And we don't know who is going to get the ball in this wide receiver crop.
I think, I'm going to take a page out of Josh Allen and talk about everyone eats. That's been their mantra this whole entire season, and it's worked. And I think it's very similar when it comes to the Chiefs. You have no idea where the ball's going to go. And you see another reinvigorated Travis Kelce, certainly playoff time, no doubt, and having that rest. And then whether it's Hollywood Brown or Xavier Worthy or it's one of the backs or it's another tight end, you have no idea where the ball's going to go. And then even Patrick, takes, the whole game on his shoulders when he needs to, especially in, crunch time like this. And you mentioned it. They learn how to win late in games. Patrick's always been great when it comes down to crunch time late in games and taking a team on his shoulders, especially in playoff time. But this whole team has learned how to win in crunch time, those late games. So I think they're going to rely on a lot of that, and they're going to rely on just spreading the ball around. Going to be a difficult challenge for the Bills defense.
Yeah, obviously the biggest story around the Kansas City Chiefs all year long is the three-peat. Nobody's ever won 3 Super Bowls in a row. Why hasn't that happened before? What is so difficult about winning 3 Super Bowls in a row, in layman's terms, I guess? Yes.
It's difficult. And you look back to all the Super Bowls that, New England has won and Tom Brady's won, and it's never been 3 in a row, right? So I think what's difficult about it is there's always also that kind of like Chiefs or Super Bowl hangover, right? We've seen a lot of teams kind of go through that, but there's something that the Chiefs always tend to do. They find something to motivate them, some little chip on their shoulder. And they talked about it last year at the Super Bowl with us. They're not done. That was a goal of theirs going in, was to win 3 in a row. It's the reason why Travis Kelce, I believe, came back for another season, is to try and do something that no other team has been able to do. So certainly it's been a motivating factor all year, and I expect it to be something else that's going to motivate them on Sunday.
The game will be on CBS. Tracy, you'll be in Arrowhead again. Have you talked to either of these teams? What do you expect as an X factor in this AFC Championship?
Yeah, haven't had a chance to talk to them yet. We kind of wait till the end of the week when each team really understands where they are at that time. It gives us a better look. I think the X factor, certainly with the Chiefs, is going to be, well, I think, to be honest with both teams, it really comes down to protecting the football. I think there's an interesting stat that none of these 4 championship teams have turned the ball over in the playoffs. It's why they're there. We saw what happened to Lamar Jackson and to the Ravens last week in Buffalo, where I was, taking care of the football. That's going to be the X factor for both of these teams. It's not really an X factor because I think everyone points to it, but to me, that's what it's going to come down to.
Sunday night, 5:30 p.m. here locally. Will be on KWCH. Tracy will be back in the Chiefs Kingdom. She's made so many trips and probably getting some Kansas City barbecue on the way.
Oh, you bet.
Thanks, Tracy.